Easy people, welcome back to my channel at Big Steve MCFC. As you can see, smile on my face. What a week, what a game, what a team, what a club. Arsenal away, you know, the big one. Every Arsenal fan I spoke to kept saying, we'll see you at the Emirates on the 15th. We'll see you at the Emirates on the 15th. After the Villa game, you know, after Pep's comments and everything, we noticed a difference. Going into Aston Villa, the fans was up. I mentioned it. There was this mentality among City fans, like it was everyone against us. We all want to pull together. People laughed. People said, oh, you're the victims and all that. No. We're not the victims. We're just telling it how it is. You know, there was a witch hunt going on last couple of weeks. Me, of all people, was getting it on every stream. You know, you've cheated, you've done this, you've done that, all that nonsense. Okay. The only way to silence these people was to play the football and get the results. So we're going to the Emirates on the back of a win against Aston Villa. You know, Arsenal, they're the team to beat. You know, there was 8 points clear of us at one point. If we win this game, we go top on goal difference. Yeah, they've got a great game in hand, but, you know, the feeling around London, I got there on the Monday. I did AFTV. We did the fan debate, me and Daps, and then me and Lewis did the combined 11. And I just got the feeling that they wasn't as confident as they're making out. The feeling around the AFTV studios for me was like all his confidence was built on a pack of cards. And if somebody takes that bottom card away, it's all going to fall flat. And we had the opportunity to do it. It was a busy week for me. I did AFTV on the Monday, like I just mentioned. And then we did Sky Sports News Tuesday morning outside the Emirates, me and Lee. I thought I got my point across well. Made sure Sky used the word allegedly because, you know, there's far too many people, even in the media, that have already come to a conclusion about all this nonsense. So I made him use the word allegedly. And I just fought the corner of the City angle, you know what I mean? I didn't have to do it, but I thought, no, I'll get the point across and I hope I did well. Match day, buzzing for it all day. Loads of Blues messaging me. Got to have a big shout out to my friend Vinny, who flew all the way from America for the game. He literally landed in London. He had 30 hours in London and then he flew back. And I think he had one of the times of his life. So big up, Vinny. You know who you are. Yeah, the game. We met up in London and we headed to the ground. We tried to get a pub. There was no pubs about really. It was mad. A lot of City fans met in a random pub a bit further away. And if you look on my story, apparently they all left the pub at the same time and walked to the Emirates. And I've seen the videos and it looked amazing. Why City fans? We don't do that in Leipzig. Next week, pick a pub on the Wednesday, all meet there and then say, right, at 6 o'clock, whatever, 7 o'clock, we all going to go to the stadium together. A lot of the European teams do it. You know, I just don't understand why we don't do it. We might as well do it. So if anyone's got an idea for a pub in Leipzig on Wednesday, give me a shout. I'll put it on my story, see if we can get as many Blues there as we can. But yeah, we got to the game early. A lot of Blues have got in the ground because there was lack of pubs. The atmosphere on the concourse was bouncing. The confidence amongst the City fans was good to see. A lot of people saying, come on, Steve, we're going to do it. You know, we're going to have them, Steve. You know, I'm feeling it and that. And it was really good to see the confidence throughout the supporters. You know what I mean? Underneath was bouncing. And I thought, you know what, something's going to happen here today. I didn't feel nervous. And usually you get a little bit, but no, I didn't feel nervous. And I thought, you know what, we might have a chance of doing it today. We get in the ground. The starting lineup comes out. I think everybody expected Laporte to play and Nathan Ake to be left back. He didn't do that. Ake was centre half. Bernardo Silva was playing in that left back role. But no, other than that, we were feeling pretty confident. You know what I mean? We looked at the Arsenal team. The big news coming out the day was Thomas Partey was injured. He's massive for them. But I seen a stat somewhere about Thomas that all the big games the last few years he's missed. So whether his arse went, I don't know. He probably didn't fancy playing Rodri, you know what I mean? The best defensive midfielder in the league. So, you know, Thomas proper let you down there. Game starts, great atmosphere. You know, they tried the light show thing, but obviously it ain't as good as our light show. You know what I mean? Theirs was, I don't know what it was. Someone was flicking the switch. A couple of light bulbs were going on and off. There's no lasers and shit like we get at the Etihad, but, you know, it's what it is. They might be on a budget. But, yeah, the atmosphere was good. They had the Ashburton Army next to us. A load of young lads banging a drum, jumping about. You know, fair play. It was getting them going a bit. And then the City end is in good form. And as you've seen on the TV, I was on the front row. I was leading it. But it wasn't good for me on the front row because I ended up everywhere. So it is what it is. But, yeah, game started pretty well. I thought City was doing okay. They had a couple of little chances. Eddie Nketiah with a header that went wide where he really should have hit the target. I think City got under the skin, with a bit of the time wasting and Edison and things. And I think after the Brentford game where Brentford did the same, I think it was a nice little tactic to get under the skin. We've seen plenty of teams come to the Etihad and get under our skin using the same tactics. So City did it a little bit. They didn't like it. Got the crowd up. I thought we give Arsenal a bit too much space in the middle in the first half. I thought they were getting in and around us. Odegaard was getting in them dangerous positions. I thought Ruben Diaz did a couple of really good blocks. I thought Ruben has massively improved the team. You know, there was one part where I think Zinchenko or Martinelli got down the right-hand side and Kyle Walker had been left lacking and Riyad had to get back. And chance come to nothing, but Diaz flew over to Walker and I was right on the front. So I heard him. He was saying, like, listen, you can't leave Riyad against him one-on-one. You need to get back. And it's just little things like that where you think, yeah, Ruben Diaz, we need him, man. We need him. And then they made a mistake. I thought Tomiyasu, he's a good defender, but Jack Grealish, I think he had him all day. Jack was on him all the time. And if you watch the goal, Tomiyasu's looking at where Jack is. He's not even looking at his goalie. So he's looking where Jack is and he flicks the ball too short. Kevin De Bruyne nips in and what a finish. I mean, what a finish. Loops it high over the keeper, drops in the net. I mean, it seemed to take 10 minutes to get in the net from the away end. It just seemed to be so slow. But when the ball hit the net, pandemonium in the City end. Everyone was all over each other. You know what I mean? We was on it then. You know what I mean? Then you thought things are happening. You know, the Arsenal crowd went a bit flat and started to get on each other's cases a little bit. And we just thought to ourselves, you know, if we can get to half-time 1-0, we've got a chance. And then the penalty decision. I mean, I was right in front of it. I've seen them given. I've seen them not given. You know, Eddie got the ball, had a shot. Fantastic block off the line by Nathan Ake. But Edison's committed himself there. He can't get out of the way. He's clattered into him. I mean, I don't know. I heard some people saying it was 100% penalty. He's clattered into him. I was hearing people say he couldn't get out of the way. He was going for the ball. He couldn't get out of the way. He knocked the ball past him as a shot. Because we see it sometimes where a player will run in the box and he'll dink it past the keeper and the keeper will sort of clatter him after the ball. It'll go wide and nothing's given. So I think Edison did one at Newcastle this season where he cleaned out the defender and nothing was given. So it's down to consistency, really. But after Brentford apparently getting a goal that shouldn't have got a goal and the referees having a meeting, you know, was it chance to sort of level it up a little bit? I don't know. But anyway, they got the penalty. Bukayo Saka, who was relatively quiet, you know, Bernardo fouled him a few times, was lucky a few times, but he, you know, didn't really do anything, Saka. If I'm going against a midfielder and I'm an out-and-out winger, I'm trying to put it on him, but nothing really happened. He scores the pen, good pen, you know what I mean? It's 1-1. So at half-time, the City end was more angry, you know what I mean? It was more like, you know, bloody hell, we've got our noses in front and they've got this daft penalty now and we need to calm down. we struggled to get out of our own half with their press. You noticed Ederson with the long balls. But to be honest, them long balls, they were causing problems. I'm not saying we should knock it long all the time, but I'm saying sometimes the law of averages tells you if the ball's in their final third, you've got a 75% chance of it being in your net. But if you play a short ball to Nathan Ake or someone in the box and we're zipping it about like against Tottenham, when we made a mistake, bang, we put our own pressure on and we got caught. So I'm all for Ederson looking for that dink over the press into the midfield. I'm all for it. And it works with Kev's goal. So half time, we're one apiece. We'll take that. We'll take that. And then second half, we changed it. Pep made the decision to get the back four on. Nathan Ake in at left back. And we got Riyad came off. Bernardo went on a wing. Akanji came in. And we just looked a different animal then. It allowed us to press. And we looked solid at the back. We started getting in amongst them. We started, getting some chances, creating a few things, forcing them into making mistakes. Zinchenko was coming into midfield, but was very, very ineffective, I thought, in that second half. I thought we closed him down well. And then what came first? Was it the Haaland penalty shout? I think we'll talk about the penalty shout. Obviously, Haaland had a great game. Off the ball, he was running them ragged. He was throwing that Gabriel around like he was a bouncy ball. You know what I mean? Them two knew they had a fight against him. And you've seen it with that chance. The ball gets played in. He gets in front of Gabriel. He gets brought down. It's a penalty. Yeah, he was offside. His back was offside. We can't moan now. We've seen it. The VAR, we've seen it. We were a bit gutted in the ground, but it is what it is. Offside's offside. But Big Erling was giving them nightmares. And then the goal. Bernardo Silva threads the ball through to Big Earl. Usually you're looking at him to get a shot off because he's a striker, but he didn't. He passed it into Gundo, and you're thinking, right, Gundogan, hit it. Then he passes it on to Jack, and you're thinking, shit, have we done too much? And Super Jack Grealish comes in at the back post, bang, little deflection in. And you're seeing the scenes. You've seen the scenes in the City end. You see me on the front row in 4K on Prime Sport. They're even calling me Phil Mitchell. They're calling me Lee Mason. You can call me what the fuck you want, but I was buzzing my tits off because City had just gone 2-1 up at the Emirates. Super Jack was celebrating in front of us. I had grown-ass men falling on me from about 10 rows back. And just that is what life's about. That is what it's about. The 2-1 at the Emirates, Super Jack, Arsenal, big Arsenal's going to do this, do that. But they didn't, you know what I mean? And I've got to have a shout out to my friend. If you look on the screen when we're celebrating, my friend next to me, Ash. Ash is from India and he works for Man City on the tour. And I think it was his first away game. And if you've seen his face changed. He was disfigured with happiness. And he had the time of his life, man. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it's about, you know what I mean? The guy does the tours at the Etihad. Go and say hello to him if you're on a tour and say, we've seen you with Big Steve at the Emirates on the front row. He was singing his heart out. He was proper, man. And next to him is my friend Jake. Yeah, the black guy, Jake. You see him celebrating as well. Big shout out, Jake, for coming. It was good. We celebrated hard on that front row. And do you know what? Then we just knew then that we're taking this now. The crowd just went whoosh. Everything went quiet. The drum started to get a little bit slower. Boom, 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 boom. Didn't quite fancy it. City end was up. We're having it then. You know what I mean? We're going, come on, let's get this win here. This is a big win. This season has been stop-start. I've said it on all my shows. I said only 2 weeks ago, if they play like we've been playing, we ain't going to win the league. Then it all changed. Aston Villa at home. Earl's getting involved. We look faster. We look sharper. Now we're at the Emirates, yeah? We're 2-1 up at the Emirates. They've not been beat there. And we look like we're going to get a third. And then it comes the big man, the Nordic meat shield, yeah? The Viking, whatever you want to call him, yeah? Look at the goals. He's equalled Sergio Aguero. Big Serge is highest goal scoring tally in the Premier League, 24, I think, 25. And there's like 15 games left. He only needs one chance. The ball breaks through in the box, takes one touch, swivel, bang, bottom corner. Look at the celebration. Look at the celebration from him. The guy just loves scoring goals. He loves everything about scoring goals. We're 3-1 up in the Emirates. He's looking to the sky. He's looking at the away end. He's giving it all that shit. And, oh, we were going mad. But then you just know, that we're back. We're back in the title race. We're top of the league. Yeah. Super Jack. Yeah. Top of the league. Just let me have a bit of my brew here, man. Lost my voice again at the Emirates. So we're 3-1 up at the Emirates. The City fans are singing, we're going up, we're going down, we're going up, we're going down. City's going down with $1 billion in the bank, $1 billion in the bank. I tell you, we're all together now. And Erling tweeted it, together. And that's the word, we're together. As a club, as a manager, the players, the fans, Ash, the tour guide from India, giving it his best on the front row. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. That is what he's about. Yeah? Supporting this football club. This football club. 3-1 at the Emirates. Yeah? 3-1 at the Emirates. Top of the league. Yeah. Man United on a title charge. Oh, you're going to be this, you're going to be that. All that nonsense we have to put up with. All we can say is, shh, we're coming. I said it after the game on AFTV. There's blood in the water. And there's a big blue shark circling. And I believe, we're getting that momentum. We've got to go to Forest now. We've got to go to Forest. Tomorrow, we've got to get the result. It's okay turning up at the Emirates like that and winning. We've got to get something at Forest. And then we're on to the Champions League. Leipzig away Monday. I'm going out there Monday. I'm going to Forest tomorrow. Seeing loads of Blues at weekend, A lot of them were thanking me for defending us and that. You don't have to thank me. I'm just a fan like all of you. I'm just doing everything what you would do. I get invited to go on these shows. I get invited on a lot of shows, and some of them I won't do for personal reasons, whether that's because the people that are doing the shows are pricks, whether that I've seen things they've said about Man City before, so I don't want it. I don't want to do it. I pick and choose, but if I can come across in a positive way for all Man City fans, then I will do. Oh yeah, I just remembered. Yeah. Just about to go out for the game, a guy shouts me, Steve, my mates have fucked off and left me and I've got them 4 pints. Do you want them? And I said, I don't drink, mate, but I'm sure these boys here will have them. And he gave the 4 pints to a couple of City fans that were stood there. And he said, give me a shout out on your show, Steve. Terry. So Terry, he's now known as Terry 4 Pints. Yeah, big shout out to Terry 4 Pints for giving his beers away to the Blues when his mates left him, yeah. Big shout out, Terry, mate. I didn't forget. He said, shout me on the show when I will. So Terry 4 Pints, you know who you are. Generous guy. My mates got pissed on your beers. I love it. But nah, it was brilliant. It was brilliant. It was a great away trip. Long 3 days in London away from the kids and the missus and that. Valentine's Day and that away, but didn't go down well. But, it is what it is. But yeah, it was a great away trip. One of the best. Linked up with Huey and that from the Big Six. He had a great time. He flew in from Dublin. And yeah, Blues, we got the job done. Pep made the crucial changes. He noticed when the game was drifting away from us. He made the changes. You got to give him credit for that. And the boys turned up. Kevin De Bruyne showing his quality. Jack showing his quality and Big Earl. And yeah, we've got to push on now. We've got to stay together, Like I said before, the Leipzig thing next week. Anyone going to Leipzig, I'll be there Tuesday. If we can find a boozer and get there all together on the Tuesday, on the Wednesday, walk to the stadium, it'd be great. It'd be great. But listen, Nottingham Forest preview, I don't really need to do one. I'll touch on it here. Pretty much the same. Same as the last 2 games, Blues. Same intensity, same pressure, same speed and build-up play that we've been doing the last couple of games. It's been miles better than what we've been used to. Maybe keep doing them little long ball dinks over the top to get in early and involved. We put him one-on-one with their back 2 a couple of times and he come out on top. I'm all in favour of it. If Edison can't find that dink, have a look at Erling. Put it up there to him because he's winning a lot. Forest will be tricky. They're playing well at home. They've made a lot of signings. Keylor Navas, the goalkeeper for Forest, is a great signing. He's a great goalkeeper. Man City's coming to town, top of the league, so they're going to be up for it. We give them a spanking at the Etihad, so they're going to want revenge. We just got to make sure we're switched on. So, yeah, going to be a tough one. But anyway, all the Blues, have a safe trip to Forest. Anyone that's going out to Leipzig next week, I'll see you in Leipzig. And like I said at the beginning of the show, the key word is together. We've all got to stay together. On and off the pitch, keep fighting the cause. Don't let these bastards grind us down, yeah, and keep doing what we're doing. And hopefully the players will keep it going on the pitch and we'll go on this title run and get this league won again, yeah. Come on, City. Let's go.